Hello viewers, this is Major General Neelendra Kumar for the playlist Lex Consilium Foundation Going Strong. Here I am in conversation with General VK Singh. General VK Singh, a famous military historian and author. He has written the history of Corps of Signals and a book called Leadership in the Indian Army, 12 biographies of 12 soldiers. This book, brought out by Sage Publications, is a part of almost all libraries in the military, and out of the 12 outstanding soldiers, at serial number 8, he has taken up the account of Lieutenant General P.S. Bhagat, the sole officer who earned a Victoria Cross during the Second World War, Indian officer. Now, talking about Lieutenant General Bhagat, you have mentioned that in the normal course, Bhagat would have succeeded General GG Bewoor to the chair of Army Chief, the Chief of Army Staff. But actually it did not happen, and that gave to a lot of speculation that all things have not been above board. What did your research actually reveal?
You see, General Bewoor, who was the chief, was to retire in April 1974. General Bhagat at that time was an army commander, and he had another 6 months to serve. So it was assumed that after Bewoor retires, he will become the army chief. But the bureaucrats, in the Ministry of Defense had other ideas. Nobody wanted him because he was a very strong man.
Bhagat was a strong man.
He had exhibited this throughout his service as a divisional commander, corps commander, army commander, and I have myself seen some of those incidents. How he literally disobeyed order. After 1971 war, there was a ban placed on new construction.
Yes.
Because of financial stringency. No new construction will be done.
Take place, yes.
And whatever reached roof level only will be completed, otherwise it will be stopped wherever it is. That time the officers' accommodation in Udhampur, where he was army commander, had just been started. Foundation had been laid. So people told Bhagat sir, we'll have to stop it. He says, why? He says, these are the orders. He says, you say it has reached roof level. Make out a certificate, I will sign it.
Okay.
Let me see who has the guts to tell an army commander that he is a liar.
Yes.
And he did that. Accommodation is completed. And because of that, since then people are living in comfort.
Okay.
It would never have been done.
Yes.
Similar incidents are there, so nobody wanted him to become chief. In the army, everybody was keen that he should become chief.
But not the civil officers.
And they would have literally, he would have transformed the Indian army had he become the chief.
Chief of
Army. A number of examples I have seen when he was in army command and central command and even earlier of the way he used to function.
So how was this sidestepped?
Yeah, that sidestep. So they said, okay, we will not retire him.
Whom? Bewoor?
Bhagat, नहीं, let Bewoor this thing. इसको हम will give an Bewoor's term
was extended.
He was extended because of Manikshaw's extension, his tenure had become less.
Okay.
Instead of the normal 3 years, it had become over 1 year plus. So they gave an extension to Bewoor. Now the moment they gave an extension to Bewoor, then it was known that he will retire automatically and he can't become chief. But he didn't say a word. Bhagat, he didn't say a word. Then they transferred him to, as a serving lieutenant general, a very rare thing, he was transferred to a civil organization, the Damodar Valley Corporation. DVC, which was running into loss.
So, what was done was, number one, Bewoor's service was extended by
Yes.
giving him an extension, and he was eased out
He
while
was
in
eased
service
out,
to head Damodar Valley.
Corporation, because they said once he is hitting DBC, he will not be considered for the next chief, since he is occupying a civil appointment. That was what they thought. So in July 74, they sent him to Damodar Valley Corporation. But his performance there was fantastic.
Okay.
You know, he literally turned around that public sector organization, and in 2 months, the output was increased 15 times. And they say that in 10 months he was at the DVC, then he expired.
Yes.
The production had increased 20 times.
Remarkable.
He expired there.
Yes,
he died,
unbelievable.
Unfortunately, and he died due to, you can say, negligence of the doctors, which was told to me by Mrs. Bhagat herself.
Okay.
He was admitted in hospital, in the military hospital in Calcutta.
Okay. Eastern Command.
Eastern Command. He was in the hospital, admitted. Mrs. Bhagat used to come and see him every day.
Yes.
And he said, I had gone home for a few hours. When I came back, he had gone. So she said, I was shocked because when I left him, he was okay. So she said, I spoke to the matron. And the matron had been with him in Lucknow.
Okay.
When he was army commander, matron was there in Lucknow. Some medical specialist came and he said, give him penicillin.
Okay.
She said, sir, he is allergic to penicillin. Please don't give him.
Yes.
Because she had seen him earlier. But the doctor didn't listen to her. He gave her a piece of his mind. He said, you are a doctor or I am a doctor? And he administered the injection. And he had a reaction.
Oh God.
So Mrs. Bhagat said, when I came to know, I was really shocked. But what could I do? And
now tell me,
that is how he passed away.
This of course is quite very surprising, shocking. But the manner in which he was sort of overlooked and deprived of the post of chief, and you have mentioned that you met Mrs. Mohini Bhagat a number of times. Did you find any sort of resentment, unhappiness or on their part?
No. You see, that is something which people of that age and that era,
they didn't
same
exhibit.
thing happened with General
Nathu Singh.
Sagat Singh.
Sagat Singh.
Later,
Yes.
Sagat Singh should have gone up. He didn't even get a gallantry award for Goa, for East Pakistan. He is the man who is responsible for
Bangladesh victory.
For the victory. No award.
Did you find that he was sad or resentful?
Not at all.
Okay.
People of that age, they had no resentments against these things. They took it as a matter of
stride in their stride.
ठीक है, हो गया.
So you found this in case of Bhagat, you found this in case of Sagat Singh, and perhaps also General Hanut.
Even General Hanut.
Yes.
Hanut, of course, I did not know that closely.
Yes.
But he also, he was forthright. And he stood by whatever he felt is right. He had
so these 4 soldiers.
Yes.
That is starting with Nathu Singh, then General Bhagat, then came General Sagat Singh and Hanut. They did not sort of
none of them
outwardly
had any resentment. That I have been superseded or I have not been promoted, etc. They were like that. People
Remarkable.
of that area.
Please stay with us. This conversation will continue.